So Harry and Meghan had managed to keep the relationship secret from the public and the press, but also from their family for a little while, until Harry turns up at apartment 1A at Kensington Palace and spills the beans to William and Kate about who his new girlfriend is. And he describes the moment their jaws hit the floor. They were massive fans of Suits. And here was Harry dating Rachel Zane from Suits.
When Meghan first started joining Harry with William and Kate on these royal engagements, you could tell there was just such a buzz around them. They were such a glamorous new set of royals. We were really seeing this amazing new team getting out there. They were re-energised, and it seemed like they were all going to be really close, and this was going to be the royals of the new era. Every time they stepped out together, it was a front page, and they were quickly dubbed in the media the Fab Four, and they were fab.
Catherine didn't always want to hang out with William and Harry. She wanted Harry to have an interesting woman that she can make friends with. They were absolutely delighted.
There would have been a hope that the two of them, who were both marrying into this strange family, could have bonded, but they are such different personalities. There was just very little in common between these two women, no matter what Harry and William might have hoped. These were two very, very, very different people who were never set to be the best of friends.
I think that to suggest that it was all going to be hunky-dory was just a bit naive, I think, from everybody concerned. Meghan clearly has a very strong personality and has her own ideas of what she wants to achieve. She's been around the block in terms of understanding how the media works. She had a degree of success as an actress. She was probably a better performer in terms of public speaking and presenting herself than either Catherine, William or Harry. Now that would have put a few noses out of joint.
I remember watching the four of them on stage at the Royal Foundation Forum, and Catherine was then pregnant with Louis. Meghan was the exciting newcomer on the scene. And Meghan had such ease and such a presence on the stage. And when she was asked questions, she didn't have to stop and think about what was the right thing to say. She just spoke. And I remember thinking at the time that this would be quite difficult for Catherine, because she is far more guarded in her approach. And unfortunately, the media portrayal was always pitting these two women against each other. Even if they had more in common, they were always being put up as rivals in some ways.
There were many efforts, but unfortunately their personalities just didn't work. And it wasn't just their personalities didn't work, it was more than that. It was how stressful this time was. Catherine was pregnant and she has had issues with morning sickness, and there was a lot of stress on her at the time. Meghan had just come into this family, there was a lot of stress on her. And piled on top of that was the fact that the two women just were different people.
Kate is quintessentially a middle-class girl that is an English rose, if you like, and is very bright, went to university, but is very family-orientated. She fell in love very young with a guy that she clearly loves and still does. Meghan has set out to be someone. She said, I want to be famous, and that was very clear from the outset. She had experienced media, she had courted media, she'd been on chat shows, she'd done all these things to get known. Meghan, that's what she set out to be. Catherine never set out to be anything. But the fact is, she fell in love with a guy, and this comes with it all.
What you can tell from Meghan and Kate is these are two extremely different women. And that is fine in itself, but it seemed to lead to some awkward public moments, especially right at the start. There was that story that Harry later told about their Royal Foundation Forum, where backstage Meghan had offhand mentioned that she'd forgotten her lip gloss, and she asked Kate if she could borrow some of hers, and Harry used the term grimaced, as in Kate grimaced in response, and handed it over. But it was just a very awkward moment before they then went out on stage.
Those disagreements were clearly far more ferocious behind the scenes than we could ever have imagined as they sat there welcoming Meghan into the foundation for the first time.
When they went to tennis together, it was all pushed to show that they were getting on. They clearly weren't. You only have to look at the body language, it was all a little fake.
Meghan also apparently at some point made an offhand remark about Kate having baby brain. She was pregnant with Prince Louis at the time in the lead up to the wedding. And that did not sit well with William and Kate, and the four of them ended up sitting down and having a really heated conversation. And this was all written about in Spare. And it seems like one of those flashpoints in the relationship between the four of them where things were just getting worse and worse. But where this all took a very dramatic turn is what we later learned was the bridesmaid dress incident.
The first real major hint of a problem was when we got the story about the bridesmaid dress, the infamous bridesmaid dress. And the story was that Meghan had made Catherine cry when she'd suggested that Princess Charlotte's bridesmaid dress needed to be remade.
Harry painted a picture later in his book that Kate had been quite unwilling to compromise. Again, this is only Harry's side, but the way that he portrayed it is that she came in and said that they needed to be completely remade. Meghan was obviously dealing with the stress of planning a wedding and also joining the royal family at the time, and also there was the drama with her father playing out. And so this was all happening then, and it seemed to be a really dramatic point in the women's relationship, although it was later revealed by Meghan that Kate had turned up with flowers and had apologised, and it seemed that maybe they could recover from it. During those really tense few months when all of the reports about this feud between Harry, Meghan, William, Kate, they were all surfacing and no one was really able to explain or clarify their side because they were all working within the royal family.
And then we get an alternative version of events, this time coming from Meghan talking to Oprah Winfrey, that actually, no, you're all wrong.
Did you make Kate cry?
No, the reverse happened.
Meghan said a lot of things on Oprah Winfrey, but one of the things that stands out is when she starts talking about Catherine. And I thought this was a little bit harsh, okay? Catherine wasn't the person who told the world or put out a statement saying that Meghan made her cry. No, that was other people. Other people had put that story out. There was no need for Meghan to do that. And I think that would have upset Catherine.
Now, once Harry and Meghan left, of course, they were very quick to want to get their side of the story out there, and in detail, as we now know. William and Kate had to go down the never complain, never explain route, and then we've got Harry and Meghan who have given multiple interviews explaining their side of the story. 5 years on, William and Kate's popularity is soaring, and Harry and Meghan have become quite divisive.
So on the one hand, we have the now Prince and Princess of Wales who live by the never complain, never explain mantra and have said nothing about this. On the other hand, and on the other side of the Atlantic, we have Harry and Meghan who have said an awful lot. Does that work in their favour? I don't think it has, because Catherine and William are right up there among the most popular royals, and Harry and Meghan's ratings, whenever they speak really, dip further. They are only just above Prince Andrew in the popularity stakes.